Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Investigate TV is here.
You almost seem speechless.
Watch Investigate TV. From the station that's on your side. This is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
A large brawl sending Aiken High into lockdown this afternoon.
That really traumatized me because that never really happened to me before. So with all that going down, it was just too much for me.
We hear more from concerned parents and students on the first week of school next.
A stressful day on campus, but first we're taking a live look outside from our Grovetown camera. More clouds than sunshine out there today, and it's about to get even worse. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale tracking some heavy rain for us this evening.
Yeah, Riley, it looks like some pretty heavy stuff heading our way.
Absolutely, guys. A strong line of storms dropping into in just about 10 minutes.
The new school year off to a rough start. Two of our local counties dealing with fights causing some concern for parents on this first week of school. A fight in the cafeteria of Aiken High School today sent one student to the hospital. Now several other students are facing charges and consequences. That one student may have a broken arm, and the situation could have been even worse. New in the last hour, the Aiken Department of Public Safety says they found a knife in the area of that fight.
But it was not used during the fight. No one was stabbed, but 6 teens were taken into police custody and will be facing charges in the fight. Meanwhile, across the river, just days into the new school year, a series of fights at Burke County High School led to a number of security changes to protect other staff and students. Our Taylor Martin talked to parents and students from both schools who are worried about what's next.
I spoke with a parent in Burke County and a dad and his daughter here at Aiken High School, and she tells me the fight scared her.
I was scared, like I was going to cry.
Freshman Denaria Hartley says chaos rang out at Aiken High today.
So I looked back and I was like, oh no. So I ran and we just kept running and running to our third block.
Across the river, the Burke County Sheriff's Office says there were 3 fights in only the first 3 days of the school year.
I'm really upset.
The Burke County School District says they're adding more supervision, more security, and they're pursuing criminal charges. But for some, that's still not enough.
So it is really escalating very quickly, become very unsafe for all students.
Back at Aiken High School today, parents and students are still wondering what more can be done to prevent the violence in the streets from making it to the cafeteria.
As far as the safety of the kids, I don't feel like they're necessarily in a safe environment.
Now students are left wondering what school safety will look like for the rest of the year.
I feel like I can't just go back to school no more because of that. That really traumatized me because that never really happened to me before.
Again, the Aiken Department of Public Safety says they found a knife in the area of the fight, but it wasn't used. Reporting in Aiken, Taylor Martin on your side.
A frightening day, especially for those young students just starting high school there. So these fights in school could be spilling over from summer fights on the streets. Crime tends to spike in the summer months where teens are out of school. But over the past few summers, shootings have been steadily climbing year to year.
And the crimes are getting more violent. This year, 4 15-year-olds have been shot and killed since April in Richmond County. Hallie Turner spoke with a man who heard some of those fatal shots. Gun violence. 2 words one man in Augusta says he can't escape.
There's been a stigma, with violence downtown. It's not safe, especially at night. In America today, it doesn't matter where you are, it's going to happen.
For Walter Santiago, the sound of gunshots rippling through Augusta feels constant.
I was downtown on Broad Street. Someone screams gun. We get a horde of people, coming from the west side of Broad Street, just running on down. Next thing you hear some shots.
That shooting happened last month.
The next morning, I see in the news, breaking news, 15-year-old shot and killed.
Within a 2-week period, another 15-year-old is now dead, making him the 3rd 15-year-old gunned down in 3 months. New crime numbers show a steady increase in shootings over the past 4 years during the summer from May to August. In 2019, there were 72 shootings, 75 in 2020, 103 in 2021, and 122 in 2022. So far in the summer of 2023, there have already been 80 shootings. Statistics from gun activist groups show Georgia is 47th for gun law strength, something he says requires more accountability from the community on safe use.
People who carry and conceal follow the proper and ethical course of owning a gun and using a gun. They have a target on their backs. They have even more accountability of taking this serious.
He says everyone must play a part if we want the trend to decrease.
If you want gun violence to end, what you need to do is educate yourself and hold everyone and anyone around you accountable.
In Augusta, Hallie Turner on your side.
And summer homicides for this year currently total 10. It is a slight improvement from last year's at 11, but only slight.
It seems to happen every summer. So back to school season in full swing now with both Richmond and Columbia County students back in the classroom. As Wrdw tells us, the Richmond County Superintendent says safety is his #1 concern for this school year.
Richmond County schools are back in the classroom for a new year and a few new changes.
I'm just excited to get started. I think that they're going to do great.
And students are ready to be back.
Going back to see my teachers and that's about it. Well, kind of learning more stuff.
Parents have been preparing throughout the summer for the first day.
For my 3rd grader, they sent home kind of an in-between packet, so we didn't kind of have any learning loss over the summer. We made sure we got the packet done, did some reading. With my kindergartner, she's working on writing and letters, and she's learning some words too. So we just kind of did less schoolwork, but not nothing, so that they were prepared when we started.
Richmond County School Superintendent says safety is the #1 priority.
We've received a grant from the governor, so we're going to have a few safety initiatives, new camera upgrades, so we're excited about that.
Richmond County Schools held a few job fairs this summer to fill open positions. But online, there are over 100 open positions still listed.
There's really not a deficit in teachers or bus drivers. Yes, it's going to be tight, but we're rallying together to ensure that all classrooms and all routes are covered.
I also asked the superintendent about the new schools being built in the district, and he said that they're still in the planning phases with leadership, but that they are set to open in 2024. In Augusta, Wrdw on your side.
And our back-to-school coverage continues. After the break, we head to Columbia County to learn more about some changes there for students.
And we are tracking a strong line of thunderstorms producing 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. We'll time it out for you and look at that forecast just after the break. Cancel anything you have planned for the weekend outside, but you do just need to be mindful and keep an eye to the sky for those outdoor plans.
Some changes coming for students in Columbia County. The school district added more bus routes because of the growth, plus some new safety measures. Nick Veland stopped by North Harlem Elementary to tell us about some changes for the upcoming year.
First day excitement and first day jitters. It's the first day of school in the Columbia County School District as learning, riding the bus, and hanging out in the carpool lane are back.
Everybody's excited.
This is Marlo Leatherwood's 27th first day of school. This year is the first as principal of North Harlem Elementary.
Ladies, are y'all ready for school?
Yes, we are.
All right.
Leatherwood spent 17 years in the county, has 4 kids in the school district, and says every day brings new challenges.
Running through traffic to get them here, which Harlem Middle and Harlem High School's traffic was seamless, like they were right on it.
School safety is a national concern, which is why the district added more security measures for visitors coming inside schools. Every school has a school resource officer. High schools have 2, and now they have a parking lot attendant.
You know, parents can rest assured that when they drop their students off, this Columbia County schools these are safe schools. Your students enter our doors, that they are coming in here, and they will not come back the way that they came. They will come enriched, engaged, enriched, and inspired.
School buses are numbered in smaller digits to make it easier for students to remember which one they ride home on. Elementary students have tags so the bus driver knows students are on the right bus, and a tracking app is there to make sure parents know where their kids are.
Safety's #1. That's our most important job, is to transport students safely to and from.
And the transportation department tells me to remind everyone to be patient over the first couple of days as the drivers are getting used to their routes. In Columbia County, Nick Veland on your side.
And back to that tracking app, Columbia County parents who want to track that school bus, you can download this app. It's called EduLog Parent Portal Lite. And you can check on your child as they ride the bus. You get notifications when they're getting close to home. In fact, Richmond County schools have a similar tracking system. They call it Stop Finder.
McDuffie County students also walked into the new school year today. A great first day doesn't just start when students walk in the door. We know it takes months of preparation, filling open teaching positions, scheduling students. It also is a full circle moment for one teacher as she welcomes students as the new teacher of the year.
In 2016 or 15, I was placed here at Deering to do my student teaching in 3rd grade. And I'm super lucky because I still get to work with 2 of my mentor teachers.
She's also encouraging parents to help their students get into a routine with studying and sleep to make the rest of the back-to-school process a lot easier. There's a special place at Tybee Island where you can see the ocean's wonders up close. We're going to take you there next on One Tank Trips.
Or call the number on your screen.
If your house is beginning to settle, don't settle for anything less than Ramjack Foundation Repair. Ramjack's American-made products are ISO certified and recognized by the International Code Council. Don't do it twice. Do it right. Rely on Ramjack.
Tybee Island is home to a lot of attractions. What you may not know is the Georgia Island is also known for its sea turtle nesting season.
Thanks to the Marine Science Center, you can see one up close and personal. Will Volk takes us there for his One Tank Trips.
At the Tybee Island Marine Science Center, you can look out over the water while also seeing what's in it.
It is a place where you can come to learn about the beautiful Georgia coast.
Executive Director Chantel O'Dron says they caught all the animals here from the water outside, and they all go back after their time here. Some, like the sea turtles, are rescues.
Sea turtles are endangered, and so this is a great animal to have a conservation program with.
Volunteers check the beach every morning. They take hatchlings that don't make it to the water and raise them here until they're ready to go to the ocean. They also rescue eggs from turtles that get run over by a car.
We'll dissect out those eggs. From the hip mother, we can save the eggs. We incubate them at Georgia Southern, and then we bring them back to the Science Center to be displayed as hatchlings.
She says it's worth it to save animals and also show them off to the community.
If we can educate every one of the 40,000 people that walk through our front door about coastal Georgia, how to be a helpful, responsible human in this environment, our goal is achieved.
On Tybee Island, Will Volk, on your side.
And the Tybee Center is about 3 hours away from Augusta. It costs $12 to get in, and a lot of neat experiences.
I like all the hands-on. There's a lot of hands in the water there.
Yeah,
that's a good
it's
thing.
always a good thing.
Okay, politics now. Tomorrow's the last day to early vote in Aiken. The mayor's race is going on there. Mayor Rick Osmond has a couple of challengers right now, Teddy Milner and Catherine Wade. Polls are open from 9 to 5. Your last chance to cast a vote will be coming up on the 8th of August. All the candidates, by the way, are Republican, but if you're a Democrat, you can still cast a ballot just as long as you live in the city limits.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
At the start of every football season, teams come into camp with a chip on their shoulders in one way or another. After a few up and down years, the goal for the Harlem Bulldogs is to find a way to sustain the success they had last year. Harlem's coming off a region championship winning season, which included an 8-game winning streak along the way, helping them finish 2022 with a 10-2 overall record and a playoff win. 22 seniors from last year's team graduated in the spring, and even with all that turnover, the Bulldogs did have plenty of underclassmen see the field last year, which gives them the chance to carry that momentum into 2023.
I have a strong bond with all my receivers, all my running backs, all my line, and I think that this time we just really got to put in that crunch time and get those reps in and just get the perfection that we need.
I know that the other people on the other side of the bar are trying to get us better and that we're trying to get them better. So if we go as hard as we can for the other side, then we'll just be a better team as a whole.
Last year was Harlem's first 10-win season in school history, and the Bulldogs are kicking off the season on their home turf against the Greenbrier Wolfpack on Friday, August 18th. When it comes to Harlem's state championship winning baseball team, junior pitcher Will Holder has announced his commitment to play college baseball for Georgia Southern University. As a sophomore last spring, Holder pitched a complete game to clinch the state championship for the Bulldogs, and as you can see, his teammates took him crowd surfing after helping the Harlem win their first state title since 1986.
And we do have some really heavy rain heading towards Harlem and a lot of Columbia County, and then we're next in line here in Augusta. We are looking at rain rates over 2 inches per hour with some portions of this line. They'll look at radar just after the break.